Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Tiffany, and for today's video I have two eye looks for you for St. Patrick's Day. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. I'm going to start out by using a concealer to prime my eyelids. I'm going to place a layer of translucent powder underneath my eye because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a lot of fallout. I'm going to use a fluffy brush and the shade Silk Cream from the Jaclyn Hill Original Palette, and I'm going to put that in my crease and blend upwards. With a slightly smaller brush, I'm going to use the shade Pooter, and I'm going to blend that on top of the previous shade. Now I'm going to use the shade Pukey on a small crease brush, and I'm going to blend that just into the crease. I'm going to use a skin tone color, and I'm going to put that right underneath my eyebrow to kind of diffuse those colors. Now with a small concealer brush and some concealer, I'm going to use that to cut out my cut crease. Now to set that concealer, I'm just going to use any white shade on a fluffy brush. With a small eyeshadow brush, I'm going to use a shimmery gold color, and I'm going to apply that to the inner half of that cut crease. Now I'm going to take a white shade, and I'm going to place that in the center of the lid. And then I took this really dark green on an eyeliner brush and carved out the shape that I wanted. I ended up not being happy with this technique. I couldn't get the line as sharp as I had wanted it to be, and also the eyeshadow was just applying really patchy. So I switched to an angled liner brush, and that made a huge difference. Using that same brush and shadow, I dragged that all the way across my upper lash line. Now using a small eyeshadow brush and a little bit of a lighter green, this is the shade Daddy from the James Charles palette, I put that on top of the darker green and brought it in just a little bit to kind of create an ombre effect. I used my finger to touch up the white in the center of my lid and a crease brush to drag the gold through my crease. I'm also going to trace that wing with the gold. With a medium brown, this is the shade Punch Me from the James Charles palette. I'm blending that underneath my eye. I'm using a small eyeshadow brush and the medium green shade Daddy, and I'm going to smudge that on my bottom lash line. On an angled eyeliner brush, I'm going to use the gold shade to line my bottom waterline. I'm going to highlight the inner corner using a shimmery white. Wipe away the excess powder and fallout, and add mascara. And that is it for this Irish flag eye look. On the other eye, I got distracted by this cute little thing, and I didn't realize that I wasn't recording the first steps of this eye look. So basically what I did for the first part is I used the first shade in the Morphe James Charles palette canvas, and I blended that from the crease up, and then I used the light green shade called Social Blade, and I blended that on top of the first shade. And now on a smaller blending brush, I am blending the slightly darker shade Daddy into just the crease. Riley Jax was slipping in my lap, so I had to readjust her. And then I took the dark green shade that I was using and I blended that into my crease. But honestly, I wish I hadn't. I should have gone in with a much smaller crease brush for this. I tried to fix it by taking a fluffy brush and blending over the top of it with a lighter shade. Guys, I don't think you realize just how challenging this was, trying to do an eye look with Riley pulling my hair and choking me and trying to grab all the brushes. I don't even remember what I was doing at this point. I think I blended that dark green in to my crease again, but this time using a smaller crease brush. Again with the concealer on the eyelid to create a cut crease. All while fighting and wrestling with Riley, who was pulling my hair, trying to grab the concealer. I tried to distract her with a brush, but bad idea because she wanted to eat it. And so then I had to try to pry that out of her hand. Finally, I found one of her toys and I was able to distract her with that for a little while. Back to makeup. I'm going over that concealer with a white eyeshadow. And then I'm going to just blend in circular motions over everything so that I don't have any harsh lines. To apply the gold to my eyelid, I decided just to use my fingertip. I figured that while trying to hold Riley, that my fingers would be easier to control than a brush would. And now it's snack time. It took about 15 minutes, but she finally passed out, and now I just have to figure out how I'm going to get up without waking her. Now I am going to highlight the inner corner the same as I did the other eye. I'm going to use the shade Creamsicle from the original Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to blend that across my lower lash line. I'm going to use the medium green shade, and I'm going to put that on the outer corner on the lower lash line and create more of a wing shape with it. And then I'm going to create a bold black wing. Alright, and that completes these two eye looks. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you give a thumbs up and subscribe. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Bye.